I hope you're enjoying our variety today. The variety continues with episode 373 of Fine Music. We have a very special guest. The man I know is Sean Sandman, but he has a musical name as well, and I'll let him tell you how to pronounce that. Go ahead, Sean.
That's Sean Dafydd. That's really, I don't
Anything
know
you want
what
to
else.
say about how you got to this point, sir?
Uh, well, we could go back and talk about the musical history of what eventually became Sean Dafydd. Um, I would say probably started with uh, this album right here, which is, let's see, oh, the light's really glaring there, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
the first Enigma album. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but
sure. 1990.
um, I was at a friend's house. It was probably the summer of like seventh grade or something like that. And this guy's dad had this CD laying out, and I looked at the cover. I was like, that's really strange, but it like stuck in my head. And a few months after I heard a video, I believe on MTV, and was like, okay, Gregorian chants over synthesizers and techno beats. And I was like, wow, that's really strange. And I liked it almost immediately. Um, that evolution went up through like bands like Underworld. Um, Simon Posford is probably a big one in the scene. Simon Posford is an insanely wild sound engineer type guy. He's played with everybody from, Sting, a variety of people in different music. But he came up with an album, Hallucinogen, which, let's see, this one is kind of an iconic album that I'm doing really terrible with these.
Hold it farther back, maybe.
Yeah,
Closer to you.
no,
No, that
that's
doesn't
not
do it
working.
either.
The blur filter has got it. Let's take the blur
Oh,
off.
that's what it is. Yeah, okay.
Let me take the blur filter off and see. Choose. Okay,
Here we go. That's clear.
uh,
Try it
hope
now.
that's gonna help. Yeah, that
There we
helps.
There you
go.
go.
Yeah. So, yeah, Simon came out with this album, Hallucinogen, and at the same time, his more ambient type music, Spangle, which that is also an iconic album in this genre. Um, then shortly after that, the term psytrance became a thing. It was originally Goa trance, which this was kind of like the migration of hippies out to India, right? They're hanging out on Anjuna Beach, all that stuff. So that scene kind of came from that. So there's like a lot of Hindu influence and whatnot in the music. Um, Infected Mushroom. So I ended up in the middle of the Mojave Desert under a cabinet of speakers, and they were playing some Infected Mushroom. That was my introduction into this style of music, and
Wow.
everything kind of changed from there. I primarily came from a jazz background before that. Any other
Well,
questions?
let's hear the music. I think that'll spur questions.
All right.
This is good stuff. People gotta hear this.
All right. So this is the latest song that we just released, or that I just released. I've been working with a band as well, but this is just my solo material. Although a couple of the guitarists from the band played on it as well. Um,
Adding tasteful licks, yes.
you can see the song.
Yeah.
Play. Yeah, crank it all the way. There we go. I was digging this from the get-go, Sean.
Cool.
to cut it at 2 minutes because we don't have time for 8-minute video. Yeah, there you go. Fade out.
Yeah,
Ah.
it kind of goes on for a while. I'm sure Murray's loving this one, huh? So,
Must
be Burning Man.
You have a new fan here.
Yeah.
You have a new fan.
yeah, right on. Thank you.
Yeah, have you sent any of these to any of your music to Henry Rollins at KCRW?
No, but actually the band that I'm starting to work with, Butterfly Stampede, their stuff has actually been on, I think it was Morning Becomes Eclectic.
Oh, good. And then there's another station that you could send it to. That's KSPC out of the Claremont colleges.
Cool.
To get you on the air. That's good. Don's right. People need to hear your stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this was kind of so this particular song took a very long time to make. It actually, in a way, traveled with me through some kind of serious ups and downs of the times, we could say. And I had actually kind of just put it on the back burner, wasn't doing anything with it. And when I went through coding boot camp during the COVID lockdown, a friend of mine who I was going to school with heard my music and said, "Hey, can we put some guitars on that?" And I said, "Absolutely." And he said, "Are you doing anything else?" And no, he's like, "Why don't you join our band? We would we'd love to see what you could do for our music." And said, "Okay, let's do it." So this was the first product that.
Fabulous, fabulous. I'm just jealous, man. You got musical talent.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, you might be hearing a little bit more about Sean in the next episode. So let's soldier on. Thank you, Sean.
So.